Believe it or not, it's time for Q&A in the Kitchen. It's a podcast and YouTube series hosted by tattooist and piercer that answers some of the more common questions you might have about tattoos and piercings and body modification in general. Brought to you in part by Skin Kitchen Tattoo, the Axiom Body Piercing Studio, and Death Before Decaf. The panel today is the usual suspects, the rat pack of the Skin Kitchen Axiom world.
Pack of tattoo knowledge.
Jack Lowe of Skin Kitchen Tattoo, owner
Hello.
and operator and licensed pilot.
Wesley. I'm an artist, and I do some leatherworking and some other drawings and all sorts of stuff.
Yes. And Jimmy.
Jimmy, yep. I tattoo, travel, get into a little bit of trouble here and there, and come out all right. I'm a gypsy.
Yep.
I'm DaVo. I own and operate the Axiom Body Piercing Studio. I'm old as dirt, and I recently purchased an e-bike.
Yeah, he's a millennial
he's
now.
fun on it, too. Yeah.
He's
Put over
zipping
in
around.
less than a week.
He's
I
the
put
junior.
on 70 miles.
Yep.
He's like the junior guy in our little motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. He's the noob.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. At least you're in now.
He's the guy who just sits up on the rock behind the rock with a sniper rifle and thinks that he's awesome.
You must be mad at these cans.
Stay away from the cans.
This guy hates the
More
cans.
cans! All right.
For all those that are too young to know what The Jerk is, go out and watch it now.
Terrific movie.
And then you will understand, I'm published. I'm a person.
I'm somebody.
Somebody.
Steve
Speaking of which,
Steve.
it's another viewer question that we got on the contest.
A runner-up
A
question.
runner-up, and we're going to probably do at least 3 or 4 more of these.
Yeah.
Here's something I've been wondering. If you have 3 friends and all are great tattoo artists, who do you choose, or how do you choose which one you let
Battle
tattoo
Royale.
you?
I get one from all of them.
Submitted by 10-minute book review.
Obvious.
Who's
The-
been or book reviews?
the answer
Who's
to
been
that
a
is
long-time viewer.
So
actually.
obvious.
thank you for viewing.
Cage match.
Yeah.
Obviously, cage match. Just get them all
specific-
together, and if they want your business,
Yeah.
well, they're damn
They're
well
willing to
gonna
fight
fight
for
for
it.
it.
Bonus
Yeah.
if those artists don't already like each other, too.
Oh yeah, and supply weapons,
Yep.
That'd be
sell
awesome.
tickets. You're
Yep.
you'll fund your tattoo that
Yeah,
way,
definitely.
and bam.
Yeah.
And if only one person's willing to do it, that's your guy, and
Yep.
then you don't have to go through all the trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably the best way. Another way could be decide kind of what you're wanting.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the work that the 3 best artists in the world do, and see which one kind of works the best with what you're wanting to do.
Yep.
And then talk to that person.
Yep.
And if they suck, or if they're not really on board, or you're not really clicking, try artist number 2.
Yeah.
You know,
Just work through your friends.
yeah, I mean, I know you're kind of like, oh, I picked, A over B and C, and now, I don't want them to feel. I mean, that is so.
If you're all friends,
So-
it's not going to matter.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
but that is such a like 5th grade
Yeah.
reaction to something
Yeah.
like that. I mean, that just shows that they're very insecure, and because they're going to want you to get a great tattoo.
Yep.
And and it's your decision. If they respect you and your decision, they're not gonna be a bully
Yeah.
about it.
No.
So yeah, I mean, and if one of them is just a total butthurt jerk about it, well, then he's
he's gonna
kind
be good
of, or
friends, probably.
he or she is kind of showing you who
Yep.
they really are, and
Yeah.
kind of doing you a favor. So that doesn't mean that you can't go to all 3, the artist eventually and get work from
Yeah.
all 3. It's not like you're only gonna get one tattoo. Like if you haven't been tattooed yet and you're thinking, oh man, who am I gonna get to tattoo me? Dude, trust me, you're gonna get addicted, and you're gonna have an opportunity to get tattooed by all 3. My thought is, though, that 1 or maybe 2 of these artists are pretty good,
Yeah.
and 1, although he's still your good friend,
There's not.
he's
Is
not
not
very
quite.
good.
Yeah.
So your
him
real
time.
question is, how do I tell my really good friend who tattoos that I don't feel comfortable getting tattooed by you because you're just not quite there
there.
yet? You tell him just
You be
like that.
honest.
You tell him just like that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I do want to get tattooed by you, but I'm not going to get one now because you're going to be so much better in a year. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait till
You got
you
it.
know, well, I'm just gonna, I'll know when I, when I want it.
Yep.
You're always getting better, and just when I think I want to get a tattoo by you, I see something else that's really cool, and I thought, well, so so
man.
once you kind of,
Yep.
I'll know, but I am gonna get tattooed by you. Just I
Yeah.
want to wait till you get that sweet
Another
spot.
option would be maybe getting a less technical tattoo by the person that's not
Yeah,
as good.
if
Yep.
you're
If you
comfortable
want
with
that tattoo.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, if you're
Yeah.
a collector.
Maybe some old, good old fashioned, run of the mill, traditional flash.
Yeah.
Sailor
I've had it happen to
Jimmy,
me. I've had-
what
we've
have you.
all had
You're going
plenty.
to love that tattoo one way or another, depending on who
Sure.
designed it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that could really be. You know what? That's a good point. I mean, it really at that point, it would be about getting tattooed by your friends and having that little bond and knowing that you're
Yep.
trusting them and letting them, kind of building that little bond with your friend more than really getting an elaborate thing. So that's a good idea, even if they're not quite there yet. And although there's really no simple tattoo,
I know.
the more simple a tattoo gets, the harder it gets.
Yeah.
But that being said, you could get something that's relatively,
It's in their
even
realm.
if it needed a little touch up, it would be an easy one.
Yeah.
And maybe that's somewhat out of the way. And then as you go down the road, get something more elaborate, or maybe even expand on that first tattoo that they did, and maybe make that excuse me, part of the process. Like, I want you to do this flower, and then in 2 years, I'm going to have you add to this this bouquet, and every couple years, you're going to add another flower, never touching the original flower ever.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can watch that morphs.
And so it'll be kind of a storyboard of
Yep.
your career.
Yep.
Something like that. There's always
And in your friendship.
right. Yeah,
another,
exactly.
Another option is to, if you got the 3 different artists you're trying to choose between, and you decide the one you're going with, and you don't want to hurt the other one's feelings. Truthfully, most of them probably not going to have their feelings hurt anyways. And all my experiences, all the clients who've told me something, I went with the other artist. Minor pang of butt soreness or whatever from
Yeah.
that, but I quickly get over it. I'm making more money, and I know they'll come back around. They're still my friend.
If you're my friend
But-
and you got a tattoo from somebody that did a rad tattoo on you, I'm
could I-
stoked
how could
for
I
you.
be-
How
if
could I be
you're-
upset?
If you're the type of person who is worried about hurting your artist's feelings, that you're blowing them off, or choosing somebody else over them, is start discussing the idea of what they will do in the future. Maybe is kick that and say, I'm going with them, but you know what? I have this idea that I do want to do with you. I'm going with this one first here, but you're next in line. Let's start talking about that. And in 6 months when I got the money for the next tattoo,
And
I'm looking at. I want you to do this type of piece or whatever.
Right.
So.
And I think that people forget that before you guys got tattooed or started tattooing, and before I started piercing, we were fans of tattoos and piercings.
Huge.
We just love
Yep.
them. We don't. It's great to do them, but if we see I see a really great piercing with a great something I never thought it could possibly work or what have you. And it looks really good. I'm stoked about
Yep.
it. I don't care if I did it or not.
Right.
I'm going to be a little more stoked if I did it.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say with kind of the advancement and growth of the industry and technology with us, a lot of artists, there's not quite as much resistance between each other. We're not as quite as, what's the word I'm looking for, kind of a controversial or
There's not so much
competition to each other.
competition.
Yeah.
I think we finally realized
Territorial.
that,
Yeah.
that we learn and progress a lot quicker
By
if
being
we
friendly.
If we
Yep.
yeah, if we
Yeah, if
share.
we share.
So
And,
really,
yeah.
you get a tattoo by another artist, and I see it later, and you chose them over me. I'm not upset. I'm excited to see how the awesome piece they did, because they're
Yeah.
most likely not a friend, at least an acquaintance artist. They're not an enemy of mine anymore.
Yeah,
Almost
and-
nobody in the city, or for me, if I see another artist, I'm not upset about it. I'm like,
I
cool,
encourage
they did a
people to
great
collect
piece.
from
Yeah.
other artists.
Yeah,
I love having clients that come to just me and they never go anywhere else. That's cool. It makes me feel really special. But if they say I want to collect pieces from other artists, sweet, awesome, definitely.
that's part of the fun of getting tattoos.
Absolutely. I'm a
It's-
collector.
it's-
I don't go to the same
it's
artist.
really pure ego.
Yeah.
Really, I'm sitting here
Yeah.
kind of thinking about it. I'm like, really, the
Yep.
only thing that would be a problem
Yep.
would be your ego in that
Yeah.
regard. Like, what makes you
As
think
the
that you
artist,
have
yeah.
any more
Yeah.
that you have any more right to put something on someone else's body than
Than anybody
anyone
else.
else?
Mhm.
What do you? Why would you
Yeah.
even think you have the right to have an opinion about it? That's ridiculous.
Yes.
That's sheer
right.
complete ego.
And going back to what you were talking about earlier, we were talking about their tattoo level at that point, and et cetera.
Yeah.
Is just my experience when you go back to those artists, you're getting additional work. They're always like, "Hey, can I just go in here
Can I
and
go
fix
over
this
this
a
a little
little
bit right
bit?
here? Yeah. Yep.
Can I just do a little bit on that? Can I just fix that? I know I
Yeah.
did it 25 years ago, and it
Yep.
doesn't look the way it used to. Can I
Right.
just please go in there and
Yep.
shine it up a
Tighten
bit?
that
Yeah,
up.
let me make that look better.
Yeah. So I mean, it's part of the process and
Yeah.
and part of the learning, and
Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
So the younger artist, the one you're not going to get the piece right away from. That's the one I think is the more taboo one on whether or not he's going to be a little bit jealous because he's hoping to get his foot in the door as best as he can, and he's hungry to do tattoos. Or he could be like understanding and say, "You're right. I'm not quite good. The other two artists are better than me. They're the masters.
Yeah,
I'm your good friend, and I'll hang out for a couple of years."
And that's where the ego comes in.
Yep,
Right.
Exactly.
If this younger guy thinks that somehow he has more of a right over anybody to
do
your two top choices are probably the two older, more experienced artists who honestly don't care which one of them you go with.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, whether I get to tattoo you now or later or never, God willing, there's going to be someone that's going to be
as long as
letting
you're
me
getting
tattoo.
good quality work,
So,
I'm stoked for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other thing would be considering the style that they generate.
Yeah.
If you really dig what they do, and do you dig a little bit more on this kind of stuff? Like, this guy's really good at portraits, and this guy's really good at, like, old school kind of just big, bold,
smashed in.
Hello, Mom kind of stuff.
Old stuff, yeah.
And this guy's really good with, like, abstract art. Then if you have pieces planned out, pick the piece that matches the artist. And I'll tell you, my personal experience, like when I was working on my sleeve, one of the things that clicked with me and Sherry was I want to do old school symbolism, but I want to do it fine line. I want to do it black and gray. I wanted to have that kind of realistic look to it. And once we did that mind meld, it was just like we were inseparable on the whole sleeve. And finding that with an artist is really just a great feeling to have.
And that puts responsibility on the wearer as well.
Yeah.
You have to kind of look around, to kind of weed out and at least, find someone that you like their style of work, and then hopefully when you go meet them, you can click and be on the same wavelength. I have some people that this is going to be tricky, but there are some people that come in and feel like, okay, I'm renting you. This is what I need done,
Jack the
and
Rent Boy.
I want to see it in 3 different styles, and I don't know if I want it black or gray or color. Are you listening? Okay. And because I have all this, and you can keep all this. I brought this in, and I just printed this all out because these are just my ideas. I want you to do whatever you want with it, but I want it to look just like this. You see how it goes right here, just like that. But I like the way this one's shaded. Okay, so what can I come into like tomorrow and kind of look through what you've got? And then you've got people that go, yo, I've seen your shit. I love it. I need to fill in this area. I was thinking kind of a dragon thing. What do you think?
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Got it. Draw a dragon, pick the
Got
spot.
Bam, so you've got to...
And then add, and they add a few conditions. You go, yeah, that'll work if we do this, and it goes back and forth. And before you know it, you have this thing that you never, it's beyond your expectations.
Yeah, it's coming together, finding that artist that you're comfortable with, that you can, and you can tell when it clicks, when you go, you're my motherfucker. I got it, And then as you suggest, then we could do this, they go, oh yeah. And then when we get up here, we could do that. Yeah, you feel like high-fiving. That's a way better experience altogether than it is when you come in and go, hello, tattoo boy, hello. This is what I want. I think.
I feel like I want
you to do it all first, and then I'll see it and I'll decide if you're going to be. Like. No. You decide I'm your guy.
Before
to at least to get to the console, and then we both decide if we can work together. If one of us feels like we're not quite clicking, or we're not on the same page, or we're not quite vibing, then that doesn't work. But if both of you go, hell yeah, let's keep on rocking, boom, then you keep on rocking.
But by the time you get to that consult, you as a customer should have taken the responsibility to look at some of my work and not bring a tiger in and go, okay, cool, this is what I'm thinking. Is this something you could do?
Right.
Like, what do you mean? Is it like, have you not looked at anything I do? Well, not really. Well, then why are you asking me to tattoo you?
And that kind of falls down to ego too, because we're expecting them to know that of course we can do that. And some people just just like I used to before I was an artist, if you saw tattoo above the door, well they did tattoos. So you would just, is this something you do? They haven't looked at it as, okay, I want to get this 1947 Porsche that my dad gave me, worked on. I'm going to look around, look at some garages, look at what people are doing, instead of going into CarX and going, hey, can you guys work on this?
Right.
And, you know,
there's a little
we
bit
can.
I took it to Firestone, but it's not doing quite right.
But, yeah.
Put it on the card.
Yeah,
don't give anybody
you know,
a card
if you take the responsibility and, you know, of kind of looking to at least see that, this person's kind of, you know, I've checked him out, I've looked around, I've looked at a lot of their work, and it's really fallen into the stuff I like. Let's go see if we click and he can feel this idea. And if he does but doesn't feel it enough, but we can get together on something that may even be better, which happens a lot.
Yeah,
people come in and they kind of undershoot, I think, as well as people come in and way overshoot. But some people kind of undershoot and go, well, you know, I was just kind of want something like this. Like, well, we could do something like this, but we could do something like that. They're like, oh, well, I mean, I didn't know. Well,
I didn't know that was possible.
Like,
absolutely.
Let's get busy.
Let's do it.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
And sometimes you swing for the bleachers, and the client goes, no.
right.
Sometimes.
Right.
bit.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
Part of that, I think, is that one of the most common, like when I sit up front, which doesn't happen very often, and I'm listening to the phone calls and I'm looking at the emails, it's who can get me in the fastest? When is the soonest you can get me in?
Sure.
It's people that just want a tattoo. It's not even
which is fine.
which is fine if that's what you want, but sitting down and actually, if you want something very, very personal, you want something very, very custom, you want something that very much fits you, research your artist beforehand.
Right.
Get to know, get into their head, look at their art, you know.
Well, but at the same time, that's somewhat our fault because we are saying to the world and ourselves, rightfully so, that, hey, if you want to get a tattoo, we would love to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they're like, hey, man, let's go there. Let's get this.
Right.
So, of course, they come to the tattoo shop they heard a lot about, and they want to get this.
Yeah, can you do it?
You know, kind of like a quick stick, you know, or whatever, which is fun. It's great.
Absolutely.
But a lot of the times we're in this relatively not, I don't want to say more serious mode or whatever, but way more involved process of, you know, a stressful kind of a thing, trying to get things right and ready and blah, blah, blah. And some people come in with maybe what they don't feel is very elaborate and just kind of try to cram it in there. And we like to take the time to go, wait, what do you want? Because I want to do this the best I can, and that takes just a little bit of time, typically. This is something real quick and whatever. And but typically we want to go, whoa, what do you want?
Well, there's walk-in tattoos.
So we can do it really good.
There's walk-in tattoos, like I want to get a Mickey Mouse with my kid's name on it or something, you know, or something, a skull with a banner, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Or, you know, there's people that walk in and go, hey, man, so I just wanted a tattoo today. Like, you got any time? I'm like, yeah, sure. What are you thinking? Well, I'm thinking like flames from my wrist to my elbow, followed by skulls with a pinup girl with a, like, well...
Yeah,
that's not happening today.
I don't want,
there's a difference in walk-in tattoos and you know,
and sometimes
planned out tattoos.
And I guess you know, I guess both parties have to keep in mind that we're trying to make sure that we can do the best for everyone. We're not picking and choosing.
No, not at all.
But the process takes time.
Right.
You know, if we were just into just trying to get as many people crammed in, as many people crammed out, there wouldn't be as many people wanting to get in.
No.
Right? So either way we cut it, it's better to do the best you can with everyone and be happy about what you're doing than run yourself so fucking ragged that you're just trying to keep everyone happy, moving people through.
So everything
because
drops in quality.
Everything's going to drop, and pretty soon that line of people wanting to get in is going to dry up because you've been smashing things out and your stuff ain't looking good.
Right.
So you have to remember, the reason you want to come here is because we do things the way we do it. And that might feel a little bit slow or awkward or unfulfilling at first. But
it's
the
because
reason,
you're getting a nice custom solid piece.
Right.
Absolutely.
That reason that you're having to kind of go through that at the beginning is why you're willing, is why you even came here in the first place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's
well, we
not
care
that,
more about what we put out more. I don't
well,
want
not
well,
more,
not,
but
not
we
more,
care.
but we,
you know,
it's the difference in a street shop and a custom studio.
Yeah.
And we
street
have
shop,
two doors.
though.
We're that
we do
shop.
both.
You know,
we
wanna,
do both.
Yeah.
But if you come in and go, hey man, I just want a little skull with a banner with my kids or my granddad's name on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. You're gonna get a fantastic skull with the banner with your granddad's name in it, but it's not gonna be some like I picked it off this piece of paper on the wall that had 6 skulls with 6 banners.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
a cookie cutter. There's more effort and thought put into it, even though it is a walk-in.
We're not looking to see if there's a space big enough we can get you in and out of.
No.
We're looking at that going, first of all, how can I make that super rad?
Yep.
And now how much time am I going to need? And where do I have that much time?
Yep.
You know, I'm not going to try to wedge you into the time I might have available. I'm going to find enough time available to where I can do that to the best.
Right. Yeah.
But and there are places that will do the latter, and that's if
fine.
they're a great tattoo artist, it's clean and you're happy with the work. There's
That's
no
great.
fault there.
No, not at all.
Here's what I always compare it to. If you're hungry, if you go to McDonald's or any other fast food restaurant, they're going to sell you stuff that doesn't taste that good, but it's going to fulfill you. It's gonna put some calories in you and stop that stomach ache. Now, if you want an experience and you want a meal and something that's going to be something you remember 3 days from now or a year from now, you're going to go to a better restaurant. You're going to go to a place where they have somebody that comes out to the table and explains what's on the menu. You're gonna have something that's prepared individually for you. So you really have to go in deciding
very good.
how you want to be tattooed.
Very,
Yeah,
very, very
absolutely.
true. And some
And there's nothing
people-
wrong with either one.
And right, but it's harder to tell from the outside of a tattoo shop what kind of restaurant you're walking into.
Absolutely.
And I
Yes.
and that and so some
Absolutely.
people, are.
But
gonna
that
come
falls
in,
onto us of being proper etiquette and polite to inform people when they come in and let them know, like, you know, this is what we do, this is how we do it,
Yeah,
this is some of the
which
stuff.
we
like, you know.
are.
I always say
and that's our
90%
job to
of my
educate
job
people.
is education.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it really is. I guess
It's-
that's a good
Yeah,
point.
it's like you're an ambassador constantly.
yeah. Well,
And I love talking about tattoos and piercings, so it works out.
Yeah.
There are days when I'm just like, God, I have to talk about another piercing or another tattoo.
I guess where it comes down to is we as artists have to be on the balls of our feet enough and have to decide whether you want a mac and cheese or you want the prime rib dinner.
He's a French chef that makes American burgers.
Because
Which is really good.
Because we ourselves eat mac and cheese, and
Absolutely.
we ourselves love prime rib, and
Yeah.
see no real problem with either one.
No.
And we serve both here.
I have examples of both all over my body.
But there are days when I want that $15
But-
cheeseburger
Yes.
with the duck frits.
But also be aware that we are really known for our prime rib here.
Absolutely.
And our
That's a
chefs
speciality.
love cooking prime rib.
Absolutely.
Doesn't mean they don't like the mac and cheese. They
No.
do, but it's just that we really like serving prime rib. But when we have a table available and the art and the cooks are available to cook up the mac and cheese, bam, we
Got it.
will serve it up. But just know that we do get a lot of both, and there's a lot of people that come here for prime rib, and we
Be
like
patient
that.
with us, and we'll be patient with you, and do the best
Yeah.
you
And
know, we can
hopefully-
do for you always.
Kind of got close.
and even
there.
if you get the crap, it's gonna be the best crap. we've ever had.
We're not saying that mac and cheese isn't delicious. It is.
It's
I love
awesome.
mac
and
cheese.
it has its time and place.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we also have fine dining as well, and sometimes that
All here at
fine
the
dining
kitchen.
is packed, and we
Don't have
the mac
time
and cheese is
to
sold
throw
out
the-
right
yeah, we're
now,
sold out.
but we're usually slower on this day.
Yeah.
Come back for the mac and cheese then, and there's more than
There
likely
you
we'll
go.
have a big pot.
I guess the part I was trying to bring up is sometimes it's important.
Is that you're hungry?
Yeah, not quite yet. I had
Almost.
fajitas earlier. Is you're hungry for that tattoo? You have that impulse to get that tattoo. Is hold off a little bit, and your lasting result, the end result's going to be a lot better.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of like you met a nice lady or old feller,
Analogy, man. Yeah, let's go.
and instead of like everything happening within 20 minutes of meeting, you go through the process of courting. You get to know each other. You're holding hands on the third date, and it kind of builds from there so that when you do consummate the relationship, it's a lot more exciting and it means more.
That's very true. Yeah, I mean, you can go to the club and pick up.
DaVo, have you ever been in love?
Yeah, and I've got scars to prove it.
What was his name? What?
There wouldn't be scars if it was a guy.
What? I'm not gonna assume he's straight. I'm not some bigot.
I'm not assuming anything. I just think it's funny he has scars.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the tattoos are for.
Yeah, they're to cover up the
He
misery.
definitely picks crazy loves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at
Insane
him.
ones.
I'll push the sane woman out of the way to get to the crazy
Well,
one.
I think only
There you
crazy
go.
ones would go out. With
And then 20 minutes later, wonder why the hell I'm in this
Yep.
situation talking to this crazy person.
How did I get on this ride?
Yeah, but we could go on about
It
relationships.
was your dick.
advice.
Your analogy was good.
It was your dick. It was your
Yeah,
dick. That's
always.
why.
Yeah.
If you didn't have a dick, that would
You
never
wouldn't be in that
happen.
spot.
Possibly.
No, it
More than
wouldn't have.
likely.
No, you would. The tank that the chemicals come in that make you do stupid shit would have been removed.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
So there would be no part of your brain that would see any reason why you would possibly want to
on
get
that ride.
involved.
See, and
with
maybe why I'm single is that tank's kind of drained.
right?
There you
That,
go.
and that's the gift that
No
God
more
gives
stupid
you.
shit.
Yeah.
You reproduce. You got all the nuts.
Now
nuts
you have
yeah,
peace.
yeah, yeah. Now you can just
Now you're
you
content
can
with the
watch what you
merry-go-round. You
want
don't
on
need-
television.
Yeah, it is amazing, man. What has this show turned into? But it is amazing. It is amazing how something that was the prime directive in your processor gets so diminished, and you get the gift of just not giving up.
Yep.
Fuck about it.
I'm over it.
You gotta clean your cookies out.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's like
that
I
is-
had
that
I
is
had one
pretty
the other day.
amazing.
It's like, don't you want to fall in love? Don't you want to have somebody a soulmate?
Yeah,
I'm like,
absolutely
that just
not.
sounds like work.
Nope.
It's gonna sound like I'm gonna have to set up an entirely different Netflix account.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's just
complicated.
complicated.
It's not gonna happen.
Are you gonna clean the house? Because that might make it worth it if I don't have to do that anymore. But I mean,
And then you're missing the
beyond
shit you're
that,
looking for, and you're
yeah.
like, where the hell is this?
Yeah, where is that? Oh, I threw that away. Yeah.
Yeah, so pick
Anyway,
the older guy.
so-
He'll have a lot more opportunity, to do your tattoo really good because he really has no desire
Distractions.
to do anything else
life.
but sit on his ass and create art or poke
Yep.
holes in you with
Pretty
pretty
much.
things in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
So
make
pick
you
that
look
guy,
beautiful.
the older guy. He has way less
Nope.
going on.
Okay, boomer. Yeah, I had somebody do that to me.
I'm not the older-
I'm not
I'm not-
old enough to be a boomer. I'm sorry.
right,
I missed
yeah.
it by 2 years.
Oh, really?
Oh, you
You're
just
that-
Yeah.
leaked in.
Yeah, I'm a Gen X.
Wow.
Or like I like to refer the blank generation between the two.
What's Gen X? What's the years?
What are the
'Cause I
years?
think
I think
that's what I am.
it's 68
To what?
to 80 something.
Oh, well, then
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
us too.
Yeah.
I'm a 74 model.
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, we're the ones that all
82 or
did all
85,
the
something
weird
like that.
stuff that you guys think is
We're the
normal
baby
now.
boomers kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Well,
did
My dad
DaVo
was a
first.
boomer.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I guess my dad's probably one too.
My dad was a boomer. Well, his father was in World War II, and he has an older brother that's like 17 years older than him.
Yeah.
And then when everybody, he came home from the war, boom, you got my dad.
Yeah,
in that
see.
generation. My stepdad, no. My father, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does. What biker stuff probably?
My father, he was in the Navy,
Navy.
and the Army.
Okay.
He did both. He was actually on the board of the ship for the honor guards when Reagan gave the Panama Canal back to Panama.
Oh, that's
he was
really rad.
honor guard back
Right
then.
there. Cool.
Which they blamed on Carter.
Right. But he did all kinds of stuff, and like he was a biker a little bit, so he had he did tattoos, you
Yeah.
know, and he had tattoos all over him and stuff. Like my stepdad was kind of square. He didn't.
Yeah. Your
not his
dad,
thing.
did he have sleeves, or did he kind of
it's-
have Axl Rose?
Axl
arms?
Rose, kind of like my
Yeah.
right arm, kind of patchy, like
Yeah.
collecting,
Right. as
always
he goes.
collecting.
Which
Yeah.
seems to be coming back into style.
It does.
I don't know. I talked to my kid. I'm like, so how are you going to tie all that together? And he's like, I'm not going to. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Well, and I think people get confused because they'll say that like, "Well, how am I going to tie all this together?" Well, you're not really going to tile it together.
Just put
I'm
background.
I'm just going to put
Stuff
what
behind
it.
it.
Swirly stuff.
I'm going to put some movement behind it that fills in the spots that
Right.
makes what you already have look
Stand
better.
out. Yeah.
You know, people get stuck into going, "Well, I have this 2x1 area right here. What am I going to do in it?" Like
Nothing.
Practically nothing.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
put some shit, you
Little
know,
patchy color of
like
some
that.
sort.
That time has passed.
Yep.
Like that is now negative. You know that's now like not even a supporting actor.
Nope.
That's someone that answered the ad and it
Just
wants
like the
to
grip.
it is not getting paid at all, but needs to be there.
Bring us
But there's
coffee.
always somebody willing to sit in that seat and pretend they're
Always.
drinking coffee for 2 minutes. That's what that spot is.
Yep.
You know,
It's
so.
the guy that gets paid to go and sit in the seat at the Oscars.
Right. He's a seat filler. Exactly, seat filler.
Seat
Perfect.
fillers. Yeah.
So,
Have we answered this question?
and many more.
I feel like we have
We got a
successfully.
real fun one here.
Yeah, we even went deep.
Knowledge
on that one.
of four, well, not quite middle age, because you're not quite middle age.
You got to go get a massage or
No.
a
Here it is.
chiropractor.
I'll probably never get old either. I
Yeah.
think I'll just stay right where I'm at from here on out.
I'm going to live
Okay,
forever
Dracula.
or die trying.
What's this?
Live forever or
so
die trying.
if you,
Nobody
and I
gets out
know,
alive.
if you are a massage therapist and you're good, and like good at deep tissue, like stuff,
That
Beat
hurts
me
us.
up.
Yeah.
That's
me.
what you want.
That's what we want.
kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Hit me up in the comments. Seriously, I have been going. I used to get massaged like every week for years and years. And
I
years
did
and
too
years.
before I got married.
And I haven't been going for years, and I need to get back on it. So, but I need somebody who's
Does it.
awesome,
I got a
who's nice.
Who
one you might
understands?
like.
Huh?
I got one you might like.
Okay.
And I might go see her after last night. We went axe throwing last night. My shoulders
Yeah.
are super tight.
Man, I've been trying not to snore as much
You know,
because when I lay on my back,
I don't snore at all.
You're holding it in.
I snore.
It's like farts. You're not supposed
I
to.
stayed up
So-
all night to see if I snored, and I didn't.
So I've been, so I tried to, I've been trying to sleep on my side because I don't snore as much. Well, then that's messing with my
Oh.
sleep, and it's throwing my back all off, and it's making me kind of.
Might need to see the chiropractor.
Yeah, that
Maybe.
too. But I used to go to him every other week and go to the massage every week. I was like,
I don't think people really
Awesome.
understand how much like carpal tunnel and various different
Lightning.
constant movements affect tattoo artists and piercers to a degree, but we move around a lot more. I mean, that's
and it's
We're in the
not
same
as
position
long,
forever.
it's not
repetitive.
long and repetitive. It's more of just putting stress on parts of your body that you shouldn't, like
Yeah.
my lower back.
With what people don't understand, I think, with tattooing is that you are supporting your entire body around this apparatus you're using.
right here.
So you're holding a lot of different poses for extended amounts of time, and so it's
Tattooing like
a
this for a period
long
of time.
jog.
Yeah.
It's not a sprint, and it's one of those things where during the jog, you notice as you're going, you're getting tired, but it's that next morning where you're like, holy crap!
Yeah.
But you've got to jog again today.
You gotta jog again
and
today,
tomorrow,
buddy.
And tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's but if you had somebody waiting there at the end of the day to have a good meal, give you a good rub and a sauna, and you're gonna feel a lot better. And
I
be
told you we
helps.
need to put in a sauna here.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
But a naked only sauna. you can-
Whatever. Get your towel on.
And
Oh,
they have
second
UV
thought.
saunas. You don't need actual
Well, that takes the fun
It's
out
not the
of it.
same without the rocks, where you can throw the
I want
water on
yeah,
the
I
rocks.
want the steam, man.
You guys are romantic, man.
Yeah, there's just something about that.
I just want to
sensation.
relax and be left alone.
Okay, so I think
Keep your
we've
towel on your
answered that question and way too many other ones.
My dad did want to put
Whatever.
in a shower when we were building this place, which there's been times where I thought that was
Hindsight.
completely weird, and then there's been times where like, man, I wish we had a shower.
Yeah, see, now that I'm
We've had
riding
one
my
in two of the
bike
shops
in,
I worked at.
come to mind.
Really? Yeah, I thought he was crazy.
It's
at the time,
handy.
but I'm like, that is so smart.
It's very handy.
Yeah, we got to put a shower stall in the back. I think.
So we beaten this to death yet?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I just like
Oh,
talking
man.
about showers.
Well, we could talk.
more
We
kid
do an
massages.
entire podcast on showering and tattooing.
And tattooing and
Nah.
massages and
Let's-
chiropractic.
Let's. Well, we might as well. It's kind of rainy. I can't go ride really.
We need some more sponsorships. So anybody that's a masseuse or chiropractor wants
Yeah,
to
if,
do this.
that would be
if you're a
great.
local, massage therapist
Yeah,
or
reputable,
chiropractor,
you
and
know.
you'd like a shout out on our podcast for a couple of, treatments, we'll be happy to. Like I said, if you are a massage
Whatever.
therapist or acquire a professional licensed chiropractor in the Des Moines, Iowa metro area, and would like a shout out on one of ours or possibly something in trade, like a tattoo or a piercing,
that'd be so cool.
Or money. We don't care.
or we could.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if you're just a massage therapist out there, or you know of one who's really good, and a lot of them
Let us
stay
know.
really busy, and I know that, and there's a reason for that because they're awesome.
Yep.
But I need some
Up
rubs.
to do some research. Do some research. Look,
Yeah,
look
yeah,
through
yeah.
his massage
Well,
therapist.
I'm
portfolios.
using the show as
Yeah.
part of the research.
Yeah, fair
and
enough.
Then if I get some
Yep.
people coming in, then
Recommendation.
I'll look it
Reach
up.
out.
I'll feel it out, and that's a way people get tattooed. Like, hey, do you know anybody who's good?
Yeah, gotta get recommended. Word of mouth, man.
Yep.
It's hard to point at somebody and go, hey, who did your massage today? You look really
Yeah.
relaxed.
Yeah, most
Good
people
call.
don't
Good
walk
call.
around. Maybe that's what they should do is have those
I
Little
was
sticker.
massage today.
I was
Ask me-
massage
yeah,
today.
yeah, like the voting stickers.
Yeah.
awesome.
The
There
reason
you go.
I am so relaxed and walking
not
kind of
jealous.
strangely is
Yeah.
because I had a good deep tissue massage
There you
today.
go.
Inner name here.
All right. I definitely know we've beaten this question to death. Thanks again to 10-minute book reviews for adding that and for watching, because you've been with us since the very beginning, I believe.
Thank you.
This episode was brought to you in part by Skin Kitchen Tattoo, the Axiom Body Piercing Studio, and Death Before Decaf. Make sure you check out our merch store. You can get t-shirts like these in various different
Not
colors,
this one.
designs. Not that one.
A little
Not
bit.
that one.
Not that one, but this one's
No,
cool.
this one's
Show them the
right
back
here.
shoulders of that one. I think every
That's
time
a
I'm
cool
behind you,
one.
I'm like, that is like the coolest looking top in the back. Anyway, good stuff.
Good stuff. We've been very, very happy with the stuff that they produce for us. And it helps support the channel. We end up,
does.
actually, most of what we make on merch, we buy more
Yeah,
merch.
we just buy
That's how it puts us here.
that.
and lenses and stuff and other things.
Anyways, send us money and the combination to all your saves and where they're located. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll help you out and with some of those burdens you may have
Yeah.
financially.
Yeah.
It's a fire hazard.
If
Yep.
you are watching this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and let us know that you like it, because we like it when you like it, and it makes us warm and very fuzzy. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that notification bell so that you're notified every single time we post a video. We post between 3 to 4 videos a week about tattooing and body piercing with us. And, we try to make it as educational and entertaining as possible. If you're listening to this, please subscribe where you're listening to it so that you don't miss any in the future. And we're pretty much on every platform depending on what you like to, see your
Listen to
podcast on. Also, you can download it from the Skin Kitchen website directly in AxiomPiercing.com. And soon, as in I think on Friday,
I didn't know if you were going to tease this or not.
we're going to be launching the new website, which is B as in boy, P as in Paul, T as in Thomas, channel.com. If you have ever been frustrated by going to YouTube and trying to find one of our videos based on topic, that's all changing. We're going to have everything on there. It's going to be easy to search. It's going to be easy to find stuff. And if you want to watch all 70 plus episodes of pros and cons by a piercer, you can literally go through and watch every single one of them. Instead of going, oh yeah, YouTube just suggested 8 other videos that have nothing to do with this, and I can't find that playlist.
It's going to be awesome.
So we've got it done. I'm just in the process of finishing up a little bit of tweak here and there, but that's going to be our site.
Probably by the
It's
time
a
this
treasure
video is
trove
uploaded.
of
Yeah.
knowledge. It really is something.
Yeah, it really
to
is.
value.
So
It's
would you say?
And it avoids, we love it when you go to the Skin Kitchen site. We love it when you go to the Axiom site. But there's parts of that where we have to focus on our business. This is just purely about the channel.
information, just
Yep.
to answer questions. And again, if and when or whatever, when you check that out, or if there's something we haven't covered, if there's something that's killing you to know, or just something that you might even think is silly, send us
Let
a
us know.
message and let us know.
Yeah.
We love talking, no matter really if it's
I would
What we're
love,
supposed to be
that
talking about or
important
not.
So let us know. And
I would love
We're
to
open
say
book.
that I came up with 75 topics for body piercing basics, but the reality
guys.
is at least probably about half of those came from comments and people asking questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just my general interaction with
well, and that's why we're here.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Answer the questions you guys always ask.
We
Yeah.
think of the questions that we get asked a lot and try to answer them to the best of our ability here and everything, but there's a lot of questions we don't hear. So
And
let
as
us hear.
always, if you have a question that you would like answered, feel free to email us. Emails are in the description on the podcast or the YouTube series, or you can just simply comment on the YouTube channel. The other ones I don't really get into that much because I have enough to do as it is. But I think that pretty much that's everything we have to plug at this point in time.
The podcasts are on what? All the iHearts and
It's on
Apple Music,
iHeart, it's on
iTunes.
iTunes, it's on Buzzsprout,
So, yeah.
it is on
Anywhere you
Spotify,
get it, we're there.
It is
And-
pretty much everywhere.
And that treasure trove that we were talking about, it's what's the IRL?
The
BBT?
URL
I'm
is
sorry.
URL, one more time.
BBT, B as in boy, P as in
Yeah, I
Paul,
wanted to make
T
sure
as
you
in
said it
Thomas.
that way,
Or,
BBT.
in other words, body piercing in tattooing without the in part,
Yeah,
channel.com.
So yeah, it should be live soon, man. Check
Yep.
it out.
And I'll put a
Excited
link in the
about that.
description. in
Probably
case
about
you don't
live by
wanna
the
write
time
it
this
down
video is
right now.
posted.
Should be.
Oh, I
Hopefully.
transferred over 400 pieces of content into that, so it was
Good job.
A lot
Thank
of
you.
cut and paste and cut and paste. Dual screens are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
All right, guys.
So, till next time, here's hoping all your piercings heal with ease and without a single issue. And if you're in the Des Moines, Iowa area,
stop in and check us out.
We'd love to see you for your body piercing and tattooing needs in the future.
Unless you're a corona zombie.
Yeah.
Have
a good day, everybody.
Be nice to everybody.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and
have a great day.
Don't
stay alive.